Good morning and welcome to Module 7 of our class. This is for natural resources. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so that we are all on the same page as to what is due for this week. All right, so you should see the Module 7 overview here. We're going to be looking at energy sources in general, so kind of classifying them between what's considered to be renewable versus non-renewable resources. So renewable is just those energy sources that can be literally replenished or renewed. So you're looking at sun, water, heat, geothermal, wind, biomass. Non-renewable is those resources that are finite, so they can't ever be replenished. Once you extract them all out, once you use them all, they're gone. So those are going to be your fossil fuels. Namely, it's going to be coal, oil, and natural gas. Nuclear energy, at least in my opinion, kind of falls in between. Nuclear energy relies on the extraction of plutonium that is made into uranium. Uranium. They extract uranium, and then through chemical and electrons and neutrons and things, it's made into plutonium. But the source of uranium is only so much. So once they mine all the uranium they can, that's it. But nuclear energy can also be renewable because it lasts for a very long time. So that's why I kind of consider it to be in between here. But anyway, let's go ahead into what is due and what to do for the week. So again, a quick module introduction overview, kind of really going into renewable versus non-renewable energy resources. For your readings and resources this week, concentrate on chapters 13 and 14. This will look at some of the, and also a little bit for chapter 2. One section there looking at obstacles and solutions for creating a sustainable society. So there's a lot of ethical considerations for renewable versus non-renewable, also looking at some of the pros, cons, as well as the cost-benefit analysis too. There's some additional sources as well too, so take a look at these as well, in addition to the textbook readings. Our discussion for this week is going to involve around transitioning to a renewable energy future. So in your initial post, you're going to be addressing these topics here, or these prompts really. Describe a chosen renewable energy source. Explain why you think it's considered to be renewable, where it's found, how we harness it, how it provides us with energy. Discuss some of the pros and cons, so the advantages and benefits or disadvantages or challenges of this renewable source. Touch upon the acquisition, storage technology, and use of this renewable source. Make sure to include information about the economic, environmental impacts. Look at some of the strategies and sustainable practices that can be used to address any challenges related to this. And then how might Not in My Backyard, NIMBY, pose a challenge to this? And then in your response post, what you're going to do is choose a different resource than what you have chosen. And in your response to your classmates, talk about the social, economic, environmental impacts that surprised you the most. And then what questions would you ask to understand or try to understand this renewable resource and learn more about it? So again, your initial post for your discussion is due by this Thursday, and your 2 follow-up responses due by Sunday. And then the final submission, so your final project, is also due Sunday, so make sure you do that. So again, just kind of really an intro to renewable and non-renewable resources. Your discussion, your initial post due Thursday, your 2 follow-up responses due Sunday, and then your final submission also due Sunday. Let me know if you have any questions, and I look forward to some great discussions online this week.